Hello guys and welcome to today's match between the Seneca Sting at Shore Algonquin College Wolves. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Follow with me is my color commentator,
Seth Gordon.
And we're looking forward to bringing you guys all the action. Now let's break down standings for you guys, because Seneca Sting currently sit at number 1 in the Eastern Conference of the OCAA with a perfect 14-0 record, undefeated on the road or away. It's going to look hard for the Wolves to make a comeback today against them. But talk about the Wolves currently sitting at number 4th in the Eastern Conference with a 10-4 record. Talk about how they've been playing at home with a 6-1 record, which could play home court advantage, may be a massive factor in their success today. We'll let you guys dictate that. Talk about how they've been playing on the road, 4-3. We're going to hand this over to our color commentator to give in-depth analysis on today's matchup.
Yeah, 100%, Bailey. And home court in any sport, right, can be a factor, but especially when you're, played so well at home, being 6-1, and they're coming into this game today. They, fighting for a playoff spot. They're 4th right now, like you said. They're trying to climb up over La Cité to keep it up, because they're playing La Cité in the last couple games of the year. So they gotta keep their fight up for that. But they lost their last game. They're looking to get off that stretch. Get back in the winning column and focus from there.
Exactly, I agree with you 100%. La Cité wiped them out 3-0 the last time they played them, all throughout 3 sets. Right, so the Wolves heading into it, they came off a loss last week against Centennial away on the road, plays into their 4-3 record on the road as well too, right? They're 2-3 in their last 3 games, right? So what could this mean today going up against the number 1 team in the league? It all comes down to factors and key players, and I'm going to hand this over to you to give your 3 key players for the Algonquin Wolves heading into tonight's game.
Yeah, my three key players, Bailey. Karis Tentori, Gabrielle Paquette, and Natasha Lozon. Those 3 players, we're going to say their names a lot today, but those are the 3 players that are, big offensively and big defensively, especially, Natasha Lozon, that strong hitter from the right side. Karis Tentori, Gabrielle Paquette are good players defensively, and they set up plays, and now we've seen the Algonquin Wolves offense produce some great attacks off of those plays. So I'm looking for them to really produce today. If they play good, Algonquin has a chance to really, upset Seneca and hand them their first loss of the year. But like any underdog story, right here, right now, here today at the Jack Doyle Recreation Center, Algonquin Wolves are the underdogs here today, and I'm expecting them to really come out strong. They do that, they have a great chance of upsetting the Sting here today, Bailey.
I agree with you 100%. If I had to break down 3 players for the Wolves today, we're going to play a massive factor here against Seneca Sting. Number 1, as obvious, as you mentioned on your list, Karis Tentori. She's number 3 in the league in service aces, averaging 3.83 per set, which is crucial. You're giving the Wolves easy points here, easy ways to capitalize, and her from in behind the baseline, taking the serve. You need a player like that on your team, right, to get balls at the other end of the court, and she's a player that's going to do that for you. She currently leads the team in points per set with 3.2, just in front of Cambria Alford with 2.9, leading a close second, and I'm going to have to go with her. She's played great for the Wolves defensively this season. She's been able to get down low, produce digs, transition defense into offense, and that's been working for the Wolves this season, the way they've been able to recover defensively as well too, right? So you got to go with a player like that. And my last, Gabby Paquette, she leads the team in assists with 333. She's great at setting up plays from in front of the attacking line. You need a player like that to set up creative offensive opportunities for you, and she's going to be a player who does that. So just transitioning defense into offense tonight is going to be the Wolves' key factor into playing into their success here against Seneca Sting. I'm going to hand this over to you, Seth. What do you think the Wolves need to do tonight to pull through in a win against Seneca?
Well, Bailey, they got to produce offensively. Their execution offensively has to stay on their A game the whole game. They can't, they got to start off strong, and they can't take their foot off the pedal. They got to keep moving forward. Let the mistakes that happen, let them out of your head and keep moving forward. They got to be strong on the defensive side. They got to be able to return the ball, be able to set it up, be able to do attacks from there, and avoid free points. Don't give Seneca free points off of missed serves, or you're not communicating well, which that's another big factor is communication. But you don't give the other team free points, because you can start getting in the back of the board here. So they got to keep with that, and if they do that, they have a great chance of really competing with this amazing team that Seneca has.
I agree with you 100%, Seth. One thing I'd like to add as well too is how disruptive the Wolves have been playing from in front of the attacking line as well. From that front court, they've been getting in, averaging a ton of blocks, playing disruptive, and that's what you need to do to gain free points on plays, right? And that's what's going to win you guys sets as well too. So I guess that's all we have time for here before we hand this one off to the national anthems. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Follow with me, my color commentator,
Seth Fourier.
and we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Watch the game. We'll bring you guys all the action here shortly. Truly the greatest country in the entire world, and we're so fortunate to live on the great land we call Canada. We want to welcome you all to today's match between the Seneca Sting at your Algonquin College Wolves. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Follow with me as the color commentator.
Seth Fourier.
And we're looking forward to bringing you guys all the action here as we await the whistle to
Begin the game.
begin the game. I got caught up in my words there. We talk about the Wolves. They're 6-1 at home, which could play a crucial factor in their success here against the undefeated Seneca Sting, potentially handing them their first loss of the year. Seth, what's your thoughts and in-depth analysis before heading into today's game?
Well, Algonquin is going to, like we talked about in the pregame show, they got to stick to their game plan and start off strong, because last time they played against Seneca, they got beat 3-0, and you don't want to have that happen again. So Algonquin, they're averaging 10.8 kills per set, 16.77 digs per set. So, being a really good team, defensively turned into offense. We talked about that a lot throughout this year, how the best teams that we've seen playing are the teams that are able to play well defensively and be able to turn that into great offense. And once you do that and you figure how to attack your opponent, you're able to receive, you're able to send the ball over the net, you're going to create points, you're going to create havoc, and that's what's going to cause your opponent to get mixed up in their alignments and their game plan. And at the same time, when Algonquin's got to find they got to find the open gaps in the Seneca's defense to be able to put the ball where it needs to be to get points.
I agree with you 100%, Seth. One thing I think the Wolves have done excruciatingly well this season is playing defense from in behind the attacking line. From the backcourt, they've been so successful, been able to recover well defensively, get balls back up in action, and produce offense throughout 3 touches there. That's one thing that they've worked on so phenomenally this season too, and this could possibly be the factor leading them into tonight's success against Seneca Sting as well too. Also playing disruptive in the front court as well too, getting up high, getting your hands all over the place, getting blocks on the ball, getting them down in the opposing team's court. That's one thing you need to do, and that's something the Wolves have done exceptionally well this season as well too.
Yeah, 100%. But like any game, Bailey, this game here today, even though on paper Algonquin is considered the underdog, you can't count them out. They're 10-4. They're not 6. They don't have only 6 wins. They're a team that can produce points, that can come out here and really defeat the number 1 team right now. But you can expect both of the teams to, big action plays, big blocks, big serves, and plenty of attacks. It's going to be a battle. There's nothing else from there. But one key that I want to mention also, whoever can control the net battle, whoever can play well on the net, whoever plays better on the net is going to have a jump on the other team in the favor to the outcome of this game.
In the game, a Cowboys fan, Everton Senior. This is the coach, opening up, and the world's greatest team manager, Chanel Etienne. And we got the world's best.
For you, Billy, what do you think Seneca has to do to keep their undefeated streak going here today?
Well, just get down low, transition that defense into offense is crucial as well, too, in the way that teams have been able to recover defensively. The most successful have been teams that have been able to recover defensively, and that's going to be a key factor here for the Seneca Sting coming out here against the defensive Wolves, the Algonquin Wolves. And is coming out here, you're playing against a tough competitor in the Wolves and the way they've been able to transition defense into offense. So you just need to be on your guard here. The Wolves have some heavy attackers, one being Natasha Lozone. She's been a crucial factor in dictating the offensive pace of the game for the Wolves here. So just keep up to her, keep up to those hard strikes, play a solid net front presence, get in front, block shots, and I mean that's one thing that Seneca Sting are going to have to do here to outpower the Algonquin Wolves in tonight's game. Coming out here from in behind the baseline, Seneca Sting out here to take the opening serve of the game here. They're going to move this one in over the attacking line and go for the simple flip there. The Wolves are going to win the first point of the game here, and they're going to open scoring 1-0 here in the opening set.
And Bailey, that's a great way to start. You always want to get the first point. You set the bar high, you set the momentum, and Algonquin's got the momentum right now, going up 1-0.
Going to come out for the serve here, and they're going to play this one into the backcourt now, moving forward, able to generate a bit of offense, and that's going to be deflected wide off a block out in front from the Wolves here, and the game's now tied at 1 here in the opening set here. The Seneca Sting will come out in behind the serve line for their next serve. Come out here, air horn guy in attendance. They're able to get that ball up in over the attacking line now from the front. They're going to go to the right side of the court now, playing from outside. They're going to move this one back in, and they're going to be forced to send this one over without attack. The Wolves setting up phenomenally, and that's going to be outpowered and go just high of the baseline there. The Seneca Sting are going to come out with the point, now up 2-1 in the set. Seneca in behind the line here. They're going to come out, play heels right to it. The Wolves are going to get a bump up now. It's just trying to recover defensively, forced to bump that one back over. Transitioning from front to back here and trying to get down low. Gabby Paquette's going to be unsuccessful there in producing the dig here. And the Seneca Sting will come out 3-1 up top here in the opening.
Yeah, and you don't want to get yourselves down early. It's only 3-1 now, but we can't have a big gap in differential in the points too early, or else you're playing your back against the wall, and that's not what you want if you're Algonquin.
A little bit of a sloppy handle there coming from the backcourt from the Wolves there, and that'll be slung right into the net. The Wolves going down 4-1 here. The Seneca Sting winning the point will come out for the serve. Going to see what they got here for the Wolves. They're going to play this one over the net now, transitioning to the front. Gabby Paquette's going to set that one up. Beautifully done there, but it's going to go just high and outside.
Yeah, Bailey, it looks like the Wolves are not really focused on what they have to do. They're not talking to each other. They're not really able to really stick to the game plan so far, it looks like, and they got to get out of it. They got to really focus on what they need to do, because right now they're down by 5 points early in this first set, and that's not what you want to do against the undefeated Seneca Sting. So let's see if Algonquin can dig their way out of the hole that they put themselves in early.
And then behind the line there, they're going to make a service error right into the net here, and the Wolves will win the point. Currently trailing by 4 points here. A comeback is upon the line here for the Wolves, and it is in their hands now. Coming out from in behind the attacking line, baseline will play that one forward. Tipped over the net there, and they're able to expose the open space in the middle of the court there on the Wolves' end, and going to sacrifice the point here. The Seneca Sting going up 7-2 here over the Wolves.
And that's just a free point for Seneca. She saw the opening, just decided to do a little tip in the open gap that's presented in the defensive side for the Wolves.
They're going to overhand push that one forward, and they're going to get one too many touches on the ball there. The point will be awarded to the Seneca Sting, now up 8-2. Timeout called on the Algonquin Wolves end. Everton senior, 30 years experience with this women's volleyball team here. He's going to come take a break with his club and try and focus on the fundamentals coming out early. The Wolves taking a devastating 6-point deficit here. Obviously, things you're going to have to work on. Seth, what's been your analysis so far into this opening set?
Well, so far, Algonquin started off getting his first point, but then it started playing. I don't know what really got into it, but that's 2 points in a row that Seneca was able to get. And Algonquin they got the first one, got the second touch, but the third touch wasn't able to get over the net. So I don't know what's going on with the Wolves right now. So good, good call calling that timeout if you're a coach for the Wolves here. Let's see if they can come out of this timeout and turn the page and try to cut this lead down to get shorter. But Algonquin's got to come out of the hole that they created for themselves.
The huddle will break, and the Wolves will make their respective way back out onto the court. Following besides them are the Seneca Sting here. Both teams making their way back out right now, with Seneca coming out to the line to serve. They'll play this one soft here, move this one into the backcourt for the Wolves. Pocket setting up the play there, but that's going to go just wide of the low. Not quite. It's going to stay right on the line, and the Wolves will win the point here.
Good start after coming out the timeout. And Bailey, we talked about this before the broadcast. Sometimes it's not about power. Sometimes it's about putting the ball where it needs to be. There's sometimes that you need to utilize your power. Sometimes when those gaps are available, you got to take what's given to you.
That's going to come forward in behind to play that one, and coming forward, Cambria Alford, the Yukon native, will play that one over the net here. Now overhead setting that one there for the Sting, and they'll come forward. A little misplay of the ball along the net there. Bad deflection here as the Seneca Sting win the point to go up 9-3 in the opening set here. Wolves still trailing by 6, desperately looking to make a comeback here and win this opening set. And it's crucial, right? You need to come out. You need to win that opening set. That really sets the motivation heading in, and just the morale heading into that second, right? You need that kind of momentum heading forward. So.
It's because you know what you're playing for. If you're down the set, then you're always playing from behind. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to play from behind. You want to play ahead, because if you lose that second set, well, it's fine. We're 1-1. But no, now you're down 2-0. So that's not what Algonquin wants to do. Algonquin's got to come in, get some couple points, quick points here, so that they are able to possibly win this first set.
Setting up the attack there, and they'll go to the top left corner of the backcourt here, and they're going to beat the Wolves on that play. Now going up 10-4, leading the Wolves in a 6-point deficit here. Coming out in from behind the end line. Looking to successfully move this ball over the net here. Let's look to see what the Seneca Sting have in favor here for the Wolves. They're going to play that one over. Bumped ahead, nice overhead set by Gabby Pocket. They're going to play that one forward. Seneca was able to recover defensively there. They're going to overhand push that one in over the net now, moving this one forward in over the attacking line, going for the play here. Able to get down low. Feig is going to be able to get that one over, and they're going to bump that one the other way into Seneca's territory. Now going forward there, and there's going to be up and over. The Wolves will win the point here on this set, currently only trailing by 5 at the moment.
That was a point awarded to Seneca.
Point awarded to Seneca there, but the original point to...
He was pointing on that side. Got me confused too, because I'm looking at the scoreboard, but they just put it on the wrong side. The ref called the wrong thing.
Figuring there was a potential defection up on the play there, where a recent service error from Seneca Sting is going to play that one wide here, and the Wolves will come out and point Cambria Alford in behind the end line now here. Look to play heels to it. She'll get that one out there, and just exposing a little bit of space in the end line there. Was able to bring away the point here for the Wolves. Coming out in their second consecutive serve here, Cambria Alford with the original serving ace, first of the game here for the Wolves. Talk about how spectacular she's been for them this year. We'll play that one over. Bump just high, and the Wolves coming through on another service ace. 2 consecutive to be exact here. And Gabrielle for 2 points in the opening set here for the Wolves.
Yeah, and that's a great way to get a couple points back to back to back, and now you're kind of stealing momentum from the opponent, and you kind of see a bit of energy shift, Bailey, from one side to the next, as Algonquin gets another point here. So Algonquin's, playing way better than what they did before the timeout was called, and, if they keep playing like this, they could easily win this first set, possibly win this game if they keep playing the way they're playing.
Cambria Alford heels to the line there. She'll play that one over the net. Looking to set up the Seneca Sting. We're going to play that one just wide again. Heavy striking is going to go wide to the left court there. And the Wolves will come out here for the 4th consecutive. Coming back now, only trailing by 2. The Seneca Sting up 11-9 here in this opening set. The Wolves looking to make a comeback and win one here. Play that one up there, but it's going to be a hard-fought battle in along the net. The Wolves are able to recover defensively and set up for the attack. Outlaw will be played high just on the attacking line there from the backcourt, and be forced to send that one over. That's going to reflect off Paris Tentori and out. She's 3rd in the league in service aces here. Looking to see what she's going to put up here for the Wolves. Shortcoming here. Seneca Sting up 12-9 here in from behind the end line. It's going to play that one just high of the Wolves' territory. The 1 point will be awarded to them now, still trailing by 2.
Here today, Bailey. Both these teams looking, one team trying to prove them, the other team trying to stay undefeated for the rest of this year.
Potential misplay, not potential, but a misplay on the ball there from Isabella Tarango. The Wolf, who had just come out to serve, she'll be subbed off. Fight coming in right now here for the Wolves. The libero defensive specialist will make her way back out onto the court for the second appearance tonight. Move forward just over the net. Gabby Paquette going in for the attack here. On the counter attack there for the Seneca Sting. They were going to pull through with the point. Beautiful kill up on the play there, and they'll come out in behind the end line to take this next serve. Leading 4 at the moment here. Just 16 points shy, taking this opening set there, and will come off a service error there. The Wolves now looking to see if they could potentially flip this lead here. Gabby Paquette is going to play that one successfully over the net there. Looking to set up. Seneca will go for the attack. Nice tip there, but beautiful dig by Gabby Paquette to get that ball back up into action here. Going for the tip once again. Feig able to recover defensively there for the Wolves. There's going to be a block in the way. Hard-fought rally going back and forth. They're going to set up the play there. Deflected off a block, and they will pull through with the point here. Off a nice back and forth rally pulling through. Now only trailing by 2.
Yeah, that was a great rally between both of these teams. Balls in the air. We've seen a player for Algonquin defensively get hit on the shoulder, able to get it back up, and it's a great rally. And it's nice to see these long rallies, 1-2 points going up there. It's nice. It makes it more exciting. And now we see Algonquin cutting the lead only to 1 point. They were down by 6 at one point. That's a big lead change here for Algonquin.
Gabby Paquette coming out here. Won't go over. They'll play this one into the middle, of course, sending up the tip there, but it's going to be deflected the other way back into Seneca territory. Feig is going to move that one into the front court. Gabby Paquette, as usual, setting up the play. Leads her team in assists with 3:33. They're going to bump this one over, forced to make a play. Coming out to Gabby Paquette here. Play this one over. Another back and forth rally. Hard fought here. The Wolves have done a great job of recovering defensively. Hard spike here. The other way there. The Wolves will win the point. Pulling through. Game now tied at 14 here in this opening set.
Bailey, we've seen his last 2 points for Algonquin being long rallies by both teams. Why do you think both teams are able to really produce with these long rallies?
Well, because they've been able to recover defensively. You've seen this from both teams here. It comes from transitioning that defense into offense, and that's something the Wolves have been really able to do. Get down low, produce those digs, create a great net front presence, be disruptive, block shots the other way, and that's one thing that's far. Setting up the attack from the backcourt. He's going to play this one over here. Now moving this to the left side there. We'll go for the attack and find some open space up on the backcourt here. Seneca regaining the lead, 15-14 here in this first set.
Yeah, really. It's looking like it's going to be one of those games where it comes down to the wire. We could see a fifth set possible game here. That would make an incredible game for us to be able to be a part of.
He's going to tip this one over the net here. Seneca setting up in the front court. The Wolves able to produce a nice block there. Being disruptive as always. They're trying to get up there, but just a potential misplay on the dig coming forward. The Wolves will give up the point here. Come back to trailing that 2-deficit lead here. Seneca from in behind the end line here. Looking to generate some offense and steal this opening set. Come out. Wolves, nice block there, able to set up the play. It'll come up and over. Nice fake play there from the middle of the court. We're going to send this one to the opposite side. They're going to play this one wide. Heavy strike, and the Wolves will win the point on this set here. Don't know what kind of case that Seneca is trying to settle here, but
they're trying to know because she thought she got that point. The ref called that she touched the net, so she wanted just to furthermore, why is that call was made? But she clearly did touch the net with her. She kind of passed the net before the ball was able to, get the point. So she was not. She didn't get that point.
Wolves will win the point here now. No, excuse me. Seneca will win the point now. From outside the baseline.
And Bailey, it's interesting looking at Seneca throughout the season. They've been beating teams, but they've got a couple games that gone close. But I don't really know what do they do differently than other teams. Like for example, like they're coming in here today. Obviously, they have a strict game plan of what they want to do. But for me, I don't exactly know. I can't see what they did. Do you have maybe an idea of why possibly they're undefeated? There must be a reason for that, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, they've been able to set up in the front court spectacularly well. I mean, they've been able to generate offense throughout that. The defensive recovery has been great. They've been down low, getting digs, producing digs, playing tough in front of the net. I mean, that's what's going to win you games, and that's something that Seneca has proven here so far in this opening set. But, I mean, game's still early to tell. Cambria Alford will come forward, trying to play that spike off the play there. We're going to move this one to the middle from in behind the attacker line. That's going to be right on the line there. Here is the Wolves will come through and win the point. Seneca still leading 19-17 here up on the play. 19-16 up on the play, excuse me.
Now these serves is where we gotta get these in. We can't give Seneca free points. We gotta focus and we gotta get these in.
Julianne Dawson is gonna play that one from in behind the end line. There by Isabella Tarango. Here the Wolves will pull through the set. Or not the set, but in the rally.
They've been doing good so far, Algonquin. They're doing good so far, not giving Seneca free points. I think so far in this first set, there might have been one, maybe two free points, but that's a great job for them, and that's one of the keys for them if they really want to win this game. And they're doing good so far, getting, one point away from tying it, and it's looking like it's going to be a great finish to this first set.
Julianne Dawson coming out here, look to see what she has in favor for the Seneca Sting. We'll play that one to the middle of the court. Seneca able to recover nice defensively. They'll get this one back. Kirsten Torrey bumping that one from the front, set up. Cambria off the board there, produce the kill. Her fourth of the game. With the game now tied at 19 here in the opening set. Only one timeout called so far here. Seneca's going to call a timeout. As mentioned prior, both teams will make their respective way back to their benches to discuss further game plans. Seth, what's been your breakdown and how well have the Wolves been playing here so far throughout this opening set?
Bailey, that first timeout, or that only timeout called by Algonquin, has really changed the aspect of how this game is going. Because before that first timeout, they were down 8-2. and it wasn't really looking like Algonquin was going to be able to get out of the hole they dug themselves. But they really done a good job after coming out that timeout to really focus, regain their mental aspect towards the game, able to really focus on what they want to do here today. They want to beat Seneca. They want to get them off their undefeated streak. They want to give them their first loss of the year. And Algonquin, they keep playing like this. This first set could be theirs, but they gotta take what's theirs. They can't let Seneca back in the game.
Agreed with you 100%, Seth. Both teams will make their respective ways back out onto the court right now with the set tied at 19 here. And the opening, the Wolves with the next serve on the line here. Julianne Dawson to take her third consecutive serve here from the Wolves from in behind the end line. She come forward. Nice spike on the ball there. The Wolves potentially trying to pull through on the serving ace. Going to bump that one over. Forced to make a play. Gabby Paquette once again leading the team in assists. Is able to set up a play there. But Julianne Dawson trying to get down low and get that ball back up into action. Will be unsuccessful here, giving up the lead to Seneca. 20-19 in the set. Seneca just 5 short of winning this opening here. We'll play this one over, and it's going to be way too far over the end line here. The Wolves will tie up the set at 20 there with that recent error.
20-20 here, Bailey. We're up to serve. We got to get these balls to fall in our favor. They got to put it where it needs to be.
Grace Pay will come out here and play the ball, and that's going to go just wide to the right there.
Can't do that.
Unsuccessful, and we'll give out the lead once again. There's been some back and forth action as the last couple of rallies, but Seneca does lead 21-20 at the moment.
Yeah, that can't happen. You give them 3 points, and they haven't done that much, but that's going to cost them in the long run.
Purple through here, moving this over into the front court. Cambry Alfred's able to get that one off, and the Wolves will win the point here off a bad deflection the other end of the court. Set tied up at 21, coming out from in behind the end line to serve Cambry Alfred, the Yukon native here. She'll play this ball over. Moved into the middle, now in over the attacking line. We'll go for the spike there and a potential misplay of the ball. Cambry Alfred will go wide here with Seneca leading 22-21 currently in this set. Play that one over. Getting down low here. The Wolves trying to do some offense. It's going to be deflected wide of the Wolves court there by a Seneca player out in front here. The set is tied up at 22. Isabella Tarango to take the serve here for the Algonquin Wolves. Tight opening set here, and she'll come out. Play that one over. That's going to be bumped forward here, trying to go for the tip, and it's going to be played back into the backcourt there. Sent over as well. Tarango will get that ball up in the air. Gabby Paquette setting up the play there for Grace Pate to come forward and move that one over. Bad tip, and now hit Wolves open court there. The Seneca Sting will regain the lead, 23-22 here.
Serving the Sting, number 10.
Timeout will be called by the Wolves side here, and one thing they've been giving up way too many of is deflections from out in front of the net. Something they're going to have to minimize quite a bit. Errors as well too. You can't be giving up these 3 points as you were mentioning earlier, Seth, as well too. Just a little bit of sloppy play from the backcourt, and that's something you're going to have to clean up a little if you really want to come back and win this set here. The game is currently so close with Seneca only up 1 point, right? You got to minimize those errors throughout the rest of this set to really pull forward in offense and win this opening. There will be a massive momentum shift for the Wolves if they're able to come out here, and 6-1 home record of the season as well too. You want to keep that streak going. It's not a lead you want to give up here in this opening.
And that's not what you want. It's not, but on like we talked about in the pregame show, on paper, underdog team being the Wolves, right? They're only down a point here, and they could possibly come out here with the first set. That would be great. That'd be a big factor for them. That'd be something huge for them to build off of. And the timeout was needed here for them to regain their composure, regain their their leadership. They got to come together. They got to focus on what they need to do to get these points, and it's the 3 points that they're giving Seneca in the last little bit.
Seneca for the serve here. Look to see what they have for favor for the Wolves coming forward. Feig is going to get that ball up. Played over by Grace Pate there. Beautiful defensive recovery here for the Seneca Sting. Playing from outside. Going to move this one over, and it's going to be a deflection out and over. Seneca Sting will win the point here on the play, now leading 2 over the Wolves here. With only 1 available timeout left to go here in this opening set. Cambria Alford will get a bump on the ball there, now transitioning into the front. Beautiful defensive recovery there for the Wolves. They're going to get a foot on the play there, but it's going to be unsuccessful. There'll be a timeout called here.
No, that's a set. Seneca won the first set, Bailey.
Oh, that's
25-22. Yeah, Seneca was able to win that first set here. But Algonquin played really good. They in that first set. They just came short towards the end. But Bailey's those 3 points that they're giving Seneca, and that right there will cost them in the future.
Well, I mean, the Wolves kept it pretty close here in this opening set against the #1 team in the league, the Seneca Sting. And as we mentioned earlier in the game, right, they're 14-0 heading into this game against the Wolves. So the way the Wolves are able to handle their composure heading out into this set has been, pretty successful for a team heading into this game as the underdogs as well, right?
100%. But Bailey, before we get more talking, we got to send it to our sideline reporter here today. We got Alex LeBranche reporting live on the sideline.
Hi, I'm here tonight with Ethan Fisher, number 14 on the Algonquin men's volleyball team. How are you doing tonight, Ethan?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm not sore. I'm feeling pretty good for tonight's game. How are you doing?
Awesome, I'm doing well. Now, you guys are coming off of a big win versus Centennial College, number 2nd in the Eastern Division. Now, what is the strategy?
Honestly, we're kind of just trying to keep our heads high. It's a huge win for morality and just intensity. So going into this weekend, we need 2 huge wins this weekend, especially today. But honestly, we're just going to come with a level head and see what happens.
You're both fighting for a playoff spot, so what has been the focus going into the next few games?
Our motto pretty much this whole semester has been to keep it simple. Once we get intense and crazy stuff like that, we kind of lose our focus, but if we just keep it simple, play our own game, we'll be fine and be able to pull off a win like nothing happened.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking a minute with me, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And back to you, Russell and Bailey. Seth and Bailey. Still us. Number 2nd in the
Thank you, Alex LeBranche, for that beautiful interview there. We're looking forward to bringing you guys the action here in the second set of the game here, with the Wolves looking to take their first. Trailed 25-22 in that opening set there. Wasn't a lead you wanted to give up. Wasn't that kind of momentum that you wanted to give up. But moving forward, the Wolves need to work on some crucial factors, right, Seth?
They gotta minimize the 3 points they're giving Seneca. And we talked about that, and that could drain any team. They had the momentum at the middle of the set because they didn't start off pretty good, 8-2, but then after that first timeout was called, they were able to flip the page and really focus on what they need to do, and they've been doing great. But just towards the end, when they got to like 19-18, they gave 3 points away to Seneca. They had that misserve. When they're attacking the ball, they're using a little bit more power than what they maybe should, and it's gaining when Seneca's able to go block it and send it in Algonquin.
Interview there. We're looking forward to bringing you guys the action here in the second set of the game here, with the Wolves looking to take their first. Trailed 25-22 in that opening set there. Wasn't a lead you wanted to give up. Wasn't that kind of momentum that you wanted to give up. But moving forward, the Wolves need to work on some crucial factors, right, Seth?
They gotta minimize
open.
They gotta force Seneca to play a different way, and that's what they're doing.
Of course, we'll bring you guys the action back to the game here. Both teams made their respective ways back out onto the court here, with the Wolves starting with the opening serve here this second set. Gabby Paquette out here to take the serve for the Wolves. Opening of this second set here. They're going to transition this one into the front court there. The Seneca Sting, the Algonquin Wolves. Ball was going to be played a little further than the end line there. Going to pull through with the first point of this second set here. That's the kind of momentum you want moving forward, and Gabby Paquette was going to play this one up and over. Setting up the play from the front there, was going to go off the face of Gabby Paquette and off the floor there. They're going to go off the first point of this opening set, now set tied at 1. Play this ball over for the Wolves to handle here. Gabby Paquette's going to get that ball up and away with a nice bump. Going to be moved forward. They're going to get the tip in. Gabby Paquette getting out. Down low to produce the dig. Cambria Alford pulling forward with the kill there. Or not Cambria Alford, Karis Tentori, her 5th kill of the dig of the game. She's already produced 2 digs so far here for the Wolves.
That was a great play and great way to go up 2-1. Start the second set with momentum, with pressure against Seneca.
Feig is going to get this one up. Grace Pate's going to tip that one over and expose some open space in the middle of the Seneca court there. The Wolves are going to pull up 3-1 here, coming out from in behind the end line. Karis Tentori, and we talked about how great she's been. She's currently 3rd in the league in serving aces per set here. She'll come forward. Nice ball played forward. Seneca's going to win the point on the play there. The Wolves still leading by 1. Down 1-0 in the game. Looking to make it 1-1. Come up here, play this ball up. Nice tip forward, play from in behind the backcourt. They're going to set this one up for the attack. Go for the tip there, but the Wolves are able to get the nice block in the way. Seneca, all over the place, were able to recover defensively. They're going to play this ball over, back up. Ball's up in the air, and before they can get to it, it's too late. Grace Pate too slow to get back to the action there. The Wolves are going to give up the point. Game tied at 3 here in this set. Seneca from in behind the end line, looking to take the serve here and regain the lead. Going for the attack from in behind the attacking line. Point will be awarded to Seneca up through 4-3 in the set.
Yeah, Seneca flipped the switch real fast. They were down by, down in the scoreboard. Now, they had the lead. Now they just lost a going tie game. But volleyball is a sport like that. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's place to grab points, and it's very easy to lose some. It's very easy to gain some. And we've seen that, right? We've seen easy points grabbed by a team, easy points, given to another team. That's volleyball.
That's volleyball for you, and it's a back and forth kind of sport. You never know what to expect with these girls, right? So you just got to cheer for them, you got to root for them, but at the same time too, they've been playing great volleyball throughout these first set here, and they just got to come forward and keep playing great here. They're going to bump this one over. Isabella Tarango is going to get that one in the net there. They're going to give out the point here now, trailing by a 2-point deficit. Seneca Sting up 6-4 over the Wolves here. Seneca from in behind the line here, coming out for the serve. Going to play this one back here. The Wolves trying to transition into offense here. Cambria Alford's going to come through with that spike. Up and over and just past Gabby Paquette.
Yeah, and we've seen in the first set, And then second set, we haven't seen Natasha Lozon come on the court, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I don't know if she's maybe thinking of playing this third set. I don't know why she hasn't been on the court. Cause she, like she's a really powerful right side hitter. So maybe that could be a change in the third set possibly. I don't know really why that is.
Grace Pate out to take the serve here for the Algonquin Wolves from in behind the end line. We'll look to see what she has in favor for the Seneca Sting. Now throwing this ball up in the air. She's going to get a hard spike on the ball there for the serve. And tipped down by Isabella Tarango there. She's going to pick up the kill on the play. Beautifully done by her and executed to perfection. Grace Pate to make her way from in behind the end line once again for her second consecutive serve of the set, with the Wolves only trailing one. Bump tie, they're going to move this one in over the attacking line and go for the tip there. Fag is able to get down low and played over to Cambria Alford. She was able to play this one over to Paquette. Spiked away there by Grace Pate. They're going to come back on the defensive transition and force the Wolves into some offensive mode here. They're able to get the tip up by Isabella Tarango and played beautifully.
Yeah, Algonquin so far this set, they're really utilizing what Seneca is giving them defensively, and they're using that to their advantage, and they're using points like they did right here, able just to tip it in right where that gap is created in the front court of the Seneca's defense.
Gonna play this one high, enabling some open space there. Gabby Paquette's gonna set up the play for Cambria Alford. Again, down low in the net there, beautifully played off, but forced to make a move. Seneca setting up offensively here. Grace Pate in behind, keep the ball back up in action. It's going to be bumped forward there. The Wolves couldn't quite set up for the offense the way they wanted to here, but they're still going to pull through, and the point taking over 8-7.
Some great rallies so far that we've been seeing a lot of, and it's exciting. And you got both sidelines, both teams' teammates are every time there's a point for their team, they're making noise. They're trying to create a little bit of momentum for their team, get them hyped up, ready to continue playing.
Agreed 100% with you, Seth. Seneca coming out from in behind the end line here for the next serve of the set. Coming out to take an air horn guy, always coming in clutch as usual. Here is going to be played over to Isabella Tarango, and there's going to be a net violation there from the Wolves. They're going to give out the point here. Seneca regaining the lead 9-8 here in this second set. Currently up 1-0 in the game so far here. Play this ball over once again. Sent over to Cambria Alford, court wide. Played down, heavy spike there, but it's going to go way over the end line here, and the point's going to be forfeited over to the Seneca Sting, gaining a 2-point deficit lead here over the Wolves.
Yeah, in this set, contrary to the first set, it's very close early on compared to the first set where it was a little bit more. It got closer towards the middle of the set when it got to like the 15-16 point range. But now we're seeing Seneca kind of steer off the highway and really take what they think is theirs and take these points that Algonquin's given.
Coming out here, they're going to play this one in over the net now, going down for the tip here. The point will be awarded to Seneca Sting. Couldn't quite beat Isabella Tarango, couldn't quite keep up with that one there. She got down low, you saw, but it was going to beat the ball. The ball was going to beat her on the play. Seneca Sting now coming out 12-8. Gabby Paquette setting up the play to Isabella Tarango. You could always rely on her to set up those kind of plays. And in the backcourt there, Seneca Sting will win the point, gaining a heavy lead here, 13-8 here over the Wolves in this second.
Yeah, there's a big opening in the backcourt of the defensive side for the Wolves, and you saw them talk okay, you got to slide next time. And, you know, they weren't talking beforehand, they're talking after. So at least they're talking, they're communicating, they know what to do, they know their alignment for next time. And hopefully next time they know, okay, well, I got to move left, I got to move right to be able to really receive that ball well, send it up, and produce offense out of your defense play.
Cambria Alford with the serving ace there. The Wolves will gain the point. Here still trailing 13-9 to the Seneca Sting, or 13-10 to the Seneca Sting. Cambria Alford with 6 kills on the night. Leads all players on the court in kills besides Karis Tintori. Waiting for the serve here. Seneca will come out and play this one in over the net. Cambria Alford able to keep this one alive here. Is going to come out. Karis Tintori, heavy spike there. Going to play this one up high. The Wolves coming in for a block. Set up by Gabby Pocket. They're going to be forced to make a play. Nice little overhand. Set there. Was going to be moved forward. Gabby Pocket setting up. Cambria Alford from in behind the attacking line here. And that's just going to go on the line here, and the Seneca Sting will win the point. Now up 15-10 here over the Wolves. Move this ball forward. Gabby Pocket setting up Isabella Tarango in the front court there. Seneca able to recover defensively. He's able to get down low. Feig moved aside there, and the Wolves were going to lose a point on the play there to the Seneca Sting. Played over the end line there.
Now the gaps have really got distinct to two sides. 16-10. Algonquin's got to come out of here. Maybe a timeout will help them. Let's see if that happens in soon.
We're going to send that one over. I don't think Seneca Sting were expecting that play. And from a playmaker like Gabby Pocket, you wouldn't expect an attack there, but unrecognized, we're going to pull through in the point there. Coming out here, I'm going to play this one over. Isabella Tarango. Seneca going for the attack there, and the Wolves block deflected wide of the opposing team's court. The Seneca Sting will win the point on the play here. Awaiting the Seneca serve here. We'll get a whistle. We'll come out and play this one high here, setting up court wide. Seneca keeping this one in the action here. It's going to deflect off of Gabby Pocket and out. The point will be awarded to the Seneca Sting. Up 18-11 here in the second set. Bumped up. Tipped over by Seneca here, going for the attack. It's going to be sent up high. Gabby Pocket's going to be forced to tip that one over. Now sending up in the front court for the attack here. Gabby Pocket getting down low. Get that ball up in action here as the Wolves will pull through with the point.
That was a great tipped over the net, and you saw Bailey. She hit the ball kind of sideways. The ball spun and kind of dipped at the last second, kind of went sideways, and Seneca's defense was not able to really receive it because they were in the position. The ball kind of moved out their way. It's like if there's wind that pushed it to the one side. So that was a great play by them. 18-12 here. Bailey, let's see if Algonquin can, come out the hole. They dug themselves late in this second set and see if they can really give a push late.
Natasha Lozo now out on the court here for the Algonquin Wolves. She's going to play a massive factor in their success now. Going for the attack from in behind the attacking line. It's going to be set up by Gabby Pocket coming forward. Cambria Alford there. And the point will be awarded to the Wolves. Look to see if that play that ball went just a little over the end line there, but apparently not. The Wolves will pull through in the point. Come out here, in over the net. They're going to play that one a little short. In over the attacking line are going to go, but just wide off of the recent spike there. The Wolves are going to pull through in their second consecutive point here.
Yeah, so far Algonquin in this first two sets really focusing on their solid offense. They're really focusing especially on their outside hitters, really able to produce points off of attacks, and it's really showing showing the different type of game plan that they had early on in the year. But you know, minimizing errors has been a key to win for them, for success. And right now, recently, they haven't been doing that much. You know, a lot of errors are being produced by Algonquin, and you know it's gonna come back and it's gonna probably bite them here and there. So let's see if they can produce without giving Seneca anything for them to take.
Nice block out in front here by the Wolves, and it's going to reset here for the Seneca Sting. The Wolves trying to generate some offense. They're going to be forced to bump this one over. Couldn't quite set up on that recent play from the front court there. It's going to be sent up. Natasha Lozone coming in for a spike there. It's going to be defended by the Seneca Sting. Now playing this one up, and it's going to go way up and over here. The point's going to be awarded to Seneca.
Yeah, you know, Seneca's undefeated, Bailey. If you're undefeated for a reason. That means they're playing great at what you do, and they're playing great volleyball so far here today and so far in the year completely. And now we have a timeout by Algonquin. Let's see if they can come out of this timeout and really shift their focus on really producing and giving Seneca less points that they can really get momentum off of, right? Because we know momentum, when it creates and the team has that momentum, you can get a big stretch of 5-6 points straight. And, you know, Seneca, they do that, they win this second set. And then if you're Algonquin, you're down by 2 sets. That's not the position you want to be in to be able to, you know, win this game.
No, for sure, and I agree with you, Seth. I mean, the Wolves need to come out. They need to stop playing some sloppy volleyball, and they need to come out. They've been so great whenever it's been coming to service aces as well, too. And, I mean, just the recovery from the back to the front has been great for them as well, too, the setup. And, I mean, whenever you got a player like Gabby Paquette on your team who's really able to set you up for some great offensive opportunities, I mean, she's a key player for you guys, and you really need to utilize her out here. The Seneca Sting have been playing great from the backcourt as well, too. Been able to really recover well off it defensively, and that transition that into offense. Really solid net front presence from them as well, too. They've been able to get up in the lane, block some shots, and I mean, that's been turning over balls into the opposite end of the court, forcing resets, forcing points, and that's something the Wolves have to minimize here if they really want to come out and win this set here with Seneca up 20-14.
100%. And Seneca's been playing really a great smooth transition from defense to offense. They're able to really utilize what Algonquin's given them, playing great defense, sending the balls up, you know, creating nice rallies, but really focusing on their defensive game, because you play great defense, your offense is going to shine out of your defensive game.
From in behind the end line here, Seneca will come out for the serve after the break. Gabby Paquette setting up the play over to Kara Centauri. It's going to be deflected into the other end of the court. Here the Wolves are going to go court wide here. Natasha Lozone is going to secure the point here for the Wolves off a recent redirection from the Seneca player from the front court.
That's her first point of the day here today in the second set.
It's going to be played back, setting up in Wolves territory right now. Gabby Paquette setting up. Cambria Alford's going to go for the spike there. Now transitioning into the front court, trying to generate some offense there, and they're able to expose the back right end of the Wolves court there, and they're going to get their 21st point of the set here, now leading 6 over the Wolves.
Yeah, and that was just a bad positioning by the Algonquin Wolves defensively. Big gap, big opening in the backcourt, and that's not what you want to give any team, especially Seneca, a team that can produce offensively. And we're seeing here Algonquin starting to break down, and Seneca taking advantage of what Algonquin's given them. And you know, it's gonna happen, but Algonquin's gotta come out of here. They gotta get some quick points here, so Seneca does not run away with the second set.
Play that one over the net there, and Seneca Sting will get the serving ace there off that recent serve from in behind the end line.
Yeah, and just like we saw there with the service ace, Seneca has a high percentage service ace per set. They're really good with that, and obviously they've been good here with that today, like we just saw it with the last point.
Moving that one over, coming forward there. The Wolves are going to attack with We're going to come for here. The Seneca Sting will gain the point off the play there. Won't quite be able to beat Gabby Paquette on that, or will beat Gabby Paquette on that one.
Yeah, it's a team that plays with the head up all the time. They're playing with confidence right now, Seneca, Sting wise, and Algonquin's got to play with that same thing. They got to utilize the momentum they're getting created for themselves, like just happened there. Seneca's giving you 3 points. Utilize that. Utilize their mistakes, and you got to flip the script and produce points offensively.
Seneca 1 point away here from taking this second set to go up 2-0 here in the game. The Wolves trailing by a heavy lead. They're going to play this one right into the net here, and the Seneca Sting will pull through with this second set win here. Well, before the conclusion of this timeout here, we're going to hand this over to Alex LaBranche downstairs to talk with Ben Puskis, the libero of the men's Wolves volleyball team. We'll hand this one over to her right now to get you guys the interview.
Yeah, but before we get to that interview, the men's team is looking good. They started off the season a little bit, struggling a bit, but at the end, towards the end, they've been able to really get the jump in the stand, is able to produce points. What do you think they need to do to win the game here versus Seneca today?
Stop playing sloppy in front of the net. A lot of those blocks are being redirected wide, and that's been the main cause of giving up too many points here for the Wolves. And, that's something you got to minimize here coming out. You need to play great from the D zone, from the backcourt. You transition that defense into offense. And you're going to bring up that word a lot, but that's something that the Wolves need to do. They've done it great all season
100%,
long,
Bailey.
but it's something you're going to have to do more moving forward.
100%.
We're going to hand this one off to Alex LaBranche.
I'm here with number 9, Ben Puskis, on the Algonquin volleyball men's team. How are you doing tonight, Ben?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. And you guys came up short last time to this team. What adjustments have you guys made to come out stronger on this time?
So in the second semester, we now have Liam. He's one of our new left sides. He played last year. He's done really well. He's been pretty strong, dominant, and he's helped us win against Centennial. So you know what? It looks pretty good. We've done a lot of practicing. We know what we're in for, and we practice very hard, and I'm very proud of everyone. So we should be good.
Awesome. Well, that sounds solid. Now, they took you to 5 sets last time. What are you going to do to knock it down this time around?
So, like I said, we know what we're expecting. They have this one guy who can really jump, and we've done a lot of defense practice. And I think everyone on the back row, we're all ready to strap in and just get hit with anything. And just as long as the ball is up, we're all happy. And really, we're doing our game, and that's all that matters. And we'll be good. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking a minute to speak with me. I hope you have a good night and good luck.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Back to you, Bailey and Seth.
Thank you, Alex LaBranche, for that beautiful interview with Ben Puskis as we bring you guys back to game action here, happening shortly with approximately 6.3 seconds left to go on the clock here as we bring you guys the action.
Yeah, 100%, Bailey. And this third set, I'm looking forward for the Wolves to, regain focus and really push to try to win this third set and try to keep it going so they can go to 4th set and possibly 5th set to try to win it here today. But that's a big task to ask for any team, especially for a team going up against the underdog, going up against an undefeated team with the Seneca Sting. Both teams playing really good well, but Algonquin, second set they started off pretty well, and then they kind of got off pace here, got off track. So I'm looking forward for them to regain what they have to do and focus on attaining this win in this third set.
As both teams make their way back out onto the court here with the Seneca Sting up 2-0 in the game over the Algonquin Wolves. And it's going to be a tough one for the Wolves to come back from, now trailing a heavy lead, down 2 sets with the chance with the Sting to take the game here in this next. It's going to be tough for the Wolves to come back here, but not entirely impossible, right? I mean, with the way they've been playing sloppy from the back. That's something you got to clean up a little bit. But other than that, they've been playing great from out in front of the net. They've been disruptive. Balls have been deflected wide. you know what? That's not their fault. It all comes down to that at the end of the day. They're there, they're trying to produce blocks, and stuff like that's going to happen all the time here. But with Seneca Sting from in behind the end line here to take the next end opening serve of this third set here, this could possibly be the last of the game here for the Wolves. It's going to be played forward here, transitioning this one into the front there. It's going to be flung up by Isabella Tarango here. Seneca Sting setting up offensively there. They're going to find some open space in the top right end of the Wolves' court.
Yeah, it was a great attack by Seneca. We haven't seen much of that from the Sting so far, so these big attacks, but she chose a spot that she wanted to attack, and she put that ball where it needs to be to produce a point for her team.
Wolves setting up in the front court right now. They're trying to find some open space in the back here, but Seneca Sting in the offensive transition right now. The Wolves will set up. And the point will be awarded to the Wolves on the recent play here. Set tied at 1. Isabella Tarango coming out from in behind the end line here to take this next serve for the Wolves. She'll play this one over, moving this one in over the attacking line, now going for the attack here. It's going to be Isabella Tarango on the play there, trying to get down low and produce those digs. Tarango now coming off the court. Maria Vellante to come out here for the Wolves in the number 7 libero jersey. Play this one up. Karis Stentori going for the attack there. Put back into action there from the backcourt. Transitioning into the front there. Natasha Lozone able to find some open space from the back here to tie up the set at 2.
Yeah, great attack. And we've been talking about how you got to utilize your outside hitters if you want to really produce points against the Seneca defense, because Seneca's defense hasn't played the greatest this year with your opponents hitting from the outside. They're struggling a bit playing on the net battle. Has been a struggle for them getting some blocks up, but especially when they have powerful hitters, especially like Natasha Lozone they're going up against, they're not as great as other factors in their game. But look for Algonquin to really utilize that and produce points like they're doing right now. Because now Algonquin's on a little climb here, a little stretch of points.
Gabby Paquette, team's leading leader in assists, come out and take the serve here for the Wolves. Working in front of the front court right now, coming out to play that ball there, but it's going to be just high at the end line, and Seneca now trailing 1, set 4-3.
Almost able to produce an incredible play. Bailey running to go get it, but just missed the step to go get it. But it would have been an incredible play if she was able to get that over the net.
Natasha Lozone coming out here. The point will be awarded to the Seneca Sting. That spike just a little too powerful for the Wolves here. Going to give out the point here with the set now tied at 4. Nonetheless, the point will be awarded to the Seneca Sting off of that recent serve. It's going to be ongoing dispute between the players and the official right now, but nonetheless, that will be resolved. Seneca Sting leading 5-4 here, coming out for this next serve.
Yeah, their alignment was a little off. The ref called it, and that's going to be a point for Seneca.
Move this ball into the front end over the attacking line there, but a misplay on the ball there. Lack of communication coming out from the Wolves in that front court.
100%.
Won't be able to get the ball over the other end.
Yeah, and Bailey, communication is key in everything, but especially volleyball. When that ball is up, someone's got to say, me. Someone's got to call that ball so we don't see that happen again when that ball goes up and no one goes and gets. That's the worst thing that you can do. And especially right here, they're not talking now. They were doing a good job so far in the game, but right now in this third set, they're not communicating, not talking, and it's going to lead them to give Seneca points.
Seneca will come out here for the serve. Going to play this over. Volante trying to get this one into the front. They will, but nonetheless, Seneca's going to win the point on the play here, taking the lead 8-4.
Could be a net violation by Algonquin, because Algonquin's a team that's really aggressive up against that net. You know, able to really produce off that net, winning those net battles. But sometimes being aggressive on the net, you get little violations like we just saw here.
Trying to get down low, but there's going to be a misplay of the ball there from in behind the end line there for the Seneca Sting, and the Wolves will pull through with the point. Now trailing 8-5. Karis Tentori coming out for the serve. Third in the league in service aces. Come up there, a little hard to recover from there, but they'll get that one over nonetheless there. And Karis Tentori with the service ace on the play. Will pull through and live up to the hype. Attacking strong here, and her second service ace, 2 consecutive to be precise. Averaging 3 service aces per set. She'll come out here for her next. Played strong by her, but the Seneca Sting are going to move that one over into the front court there. Gabby Pocket not able to get a reach on the ball there. Point will be turned over to the Seneca Sting. Played up, Gabby Pocket able to keep the ball in action. Well, that's going to be sent wide of the play here. The Seneca Sting will win the point off a misplay and error from the Wolves.
Yeah, that's their first error of this third set, and that's not what you want to do, Billy. You don't want to give your opponent room to really do anything with it. You don't want to give your opponent 3 points. That's the second 3 point in a row. Because all that, Seneca's not really doing much right now. Algonquin's doing everything for them. You know, when you give your opponent those free points, Seneca's sitting there like, we'll just take it. We're not even doing anything right now. You guys are giving us. So that's how you got to play sometimes. You got to wait until your opponent does a mistake and utilize that. Like we see right here, not able to control the ball, not able to dig it up, and it gets to the point where you got to talk more. You got to be able to move around and maneuver and get those balls up to really get great defense to be able to produce offensively.
From in behind the line now, playing heels to it. It's going to be a service error on the play here. The Wolves will win the point, trailing by 4. Coming out to take this next serve, Julianne Dawson in the number 6 jersey in white here for the Wolves. Going to play this one up from the end line. They're going to move this one forward there. Nice block on the play from the Wolves there. They're going to win the point.
Incredible block, and net battle is what we talked about. That's one big key factor in winning volleyball games, and they're really doing good at getting up against the net, producing blocks and attacks. And right here we see a great block happening on the right side of the front court. Natasha Lozon was there to get that point. Seneca does get the point here, but Bailey, that's an incredible play to be able to win the net battle.
For sure. Seneca coming out here from in behind the end line. Take this next serve. Up 13-9. Play this one into the back, transitioning into the front there. Set up beautifully. And moving this one over. Up in the front court right now is going to try and go court wide with that from the opposing end. Getting down low, Volante couldn't quite get a reach on the ball there, going down for that dig, but we'll turn over the point here to the Seneca Sting, now up 14-9. Moving that one over into the front. Tarango coming up there, was able to play that ball back in a beautiful net recovery. Gonna play this over the attacking line now, going up there, but there's gonna be a misplay on the ball and they couldn't quite keep that one alive. Isabella Tarango thought she got a touch on the ball before that one hit the ground, but that won't quite be the story here for the Wolves. Move forward. Gonna send this one over the net. Point will be awarded to the Seneca Sting here up on the play. Now up 16-9 here over the Wolves. A timeout will be called for the Wolves. And here, Seth, what's been your in-depth analysis so far here this third set with the first timeout called?
Well, so far, Bailey, we're seeing Seneca's just taking advantage of whatever Algonquin's given them, and sometimes that could be a game plan of just waiting, playing defensive more than offensively, and obviously that helps. That's what Seneca's been able to do to produce points, able to win here, win these first two sets, and actively winning here. But I just feel like Algonquin's got to communicate better. We saw a lot of communication errors there, and obviously that's a key part to winning any type of sport, especially in volleyball. That ball's in the air, someone's got to get it, right? So
I agree with you 100% here, Seth. And I mean, my critiques come back from the way the Wolves have been playing so far in the opening set and that second set, right? It's been playing sloppy from the backcourt, and that's something they got to do a little better coming forward, right? Transition defense into offense, and that's been an issue for them tonight as well, too. They've been giving up way too many points off of errors, and that's something they're going to have to clean moving forward if they want to take this set here. Now trailing 16-9. Do you think this is something they can come back from?
obviously I'm gonna say yes. They can. Any team, you can always come back from anything. But at the end of the day, you looked at the first two sets, went the mistakes that have been there, giving points away to Seneca. It's possible, but I don't know if it's really in the books for Algonquin.
Both teams making their way back out onto the court here with the Seneca Sting set to take the serve. Played up and over, and that one's going to go way too far, and the point will be awarded to the Seneca Sting here out on the play. Seneca taking their time with it. They're going to come out here for the serve. Off over the net. They're able to keep this ball back in action now. Forced to send this one over. Seneca setting up here. The Wolves are going to produce a block up on the play. They're able to get this one back, but there's going to be a net violation here. The Wolves will pull through with the point, touching 10 of this set.
Yeah, a lot of times we see here, Bailey, in this game specifically, we're seeing both teams kind of push the ball. Instead of pushing the ball in the backcourt, they're kind of touching it. They're getting the ball in the front court, and I don't know if that's really like Seneca's been doing that. Algonquin took over that game plan. I don't know if that's something that Seneca either saw that Algonquin does a little does good than other things, or is that just how they play? Because they get the ball up and it doesn't even go 2 meters away from the net instead of pushing the ball back. So I don't know if that's their way of playing. Obviously, it's working for them. But like you saw 2 points ago, you saw Algonquin utilize that. So I don't know, we'll see more of that, Bailey, but it's a good scenario for them, a good game plan for them, and they're utilizing what their opponent's doing, and obviously, they cut down the lead to 5 points. Let's see if they can climb the ladder and get to where they need to be here.
Natasha Lozon with a strong strike. He's going to go way over the end line there, and they'll forfeit the point over to the Seneca Sting, now up 18-12 in the set. Looking to take their third straight in a sweep in tonight's game over here, the Algonquin Wolves. Pockets in that one up for Lozon. Lozon gonna go up high with it, off the net and on the floor. The Wolves here, their 13th point of the set, still trailing by 5 points. Grace Bate coming out to take this serve here for the Wolves. Strong strike by her. They're going to move this over the attacking line and go for the attack. They'll pull through with the point on the play.
That's
They're
a-
19th.
That's a strong hit from the outside, Bailey. We haven't seen much of that really this game. We see more, balls being placed where they need to be, but that one right there, that had some power, and she had some accuracy on that. She knew where she wanted to be. There's a gap, there's an opening on the defensive side of Algonquin. She put the ball exactly where she wanted to and exactly where it needed to be.
Tarango going for it right there, and the point will be awarded as that ball goes out of play to the Seneca Sting. Over the attacking line, going for the play. They're going to go court wide on it. Now trying to set up for the attack is going to be flung over. Saved by Karis Tentori. Going to get this ball back in action by a recent dig there. They'll come out playing this one forward. Trying to go for the tip, but that'll be redirected along the net and out. Seneca with their 21st points of the game, or of the set, leading 21-13 here over the Wolves. Point will be awarded to the Wolves as that ball goes out of play there. Off of that recent service error. Isabella Tarango to come out here for the serve for the Wolves. Going to be played over. Up and away, playing from the backcourt right now. They're able to get that one over the net. Can't quite get the setup that they're looking for here, but Karis Tentori going for the attack. Can be set along from the right side. Setting up, coming up from the middle there. They're going to push that one into the opposing team's court. It's going to go out. The point will be awarded to the Wolves on the play.
Yeah, getting up in the lead, but it might be a lot of work and not enough time for them to really produce what they want to do, Bailey. Seneca's already at 21, Algonquin's at 15. They're down on the board, but they're also down in time. They can't let Seneca get 4 more points and walk away with a clean sweep in this game.
They're going to set up from the front court there. The Wolves going for the block, trying to recover defensively. Karis Tentori forced to do nothing but that with the ball. It's going to come out into the backcourt there. Gabby Paquette trying to set up the play. Natasha Lozo coming forward in a dangerous spike. Seneca transitioning into offense here. And that one will be, I thought that one was out here, but nonetheless will be awarded to the Seneca Sting.
Yeah, Bailey, that's the second time we've seen that type of hit from the Seneca Sting. Hits it kind of from underneath, from the side. Ball kind of goes in the air on an ankle and drops at the last second. Very nice touch on that attack.
It's going to be sent over. Volante. Natasha Lowe's on a recent spike coming from her. Beautiful block there by the Wolves, and the crowd will go ecstatic over that recent play from Julianne Dawson.
Incredible block, and that's what Algonquin's going to give you. The Wolves are going to be aggressive on the net. That's something they've been doing all year. They're aggressive against the net, and they easily get blocks, great attacks, and get some great blocks that just happened right there.
Coming out for the attack. That'll go off a body and back into Wolves territory there. Seneca Sting leading 23-16 here, the set. 2 points shy of taking this game back to Toronto. Tasha Lozon setting up here. Wolves will win the point off the recent kill from Natasha Lozon. Karis Tentori coming in from in behind the line here to take the serve. Sent over. Seneca trying to set up here. Karis Tentori sent over to Grace Pate. Grace Pate forced to bump that one back. It'll go off a redirection and out there. Seneca only 1 point shy of taking this game here.
Yeah, Bailey, I don't know about that one, but that looked for me I don't know if it's because we're so high. I don't know if I can't really see much, but that looked like a double touch. I don't know if you saw that too from up here, but that for me looked like a double touch. You had a couple fans saying the same thing.
Sent back in. Beautiful recovery coming in from Kirsten Torrey. Ball up, and that will be out of play, and that will be it for tonight's game between the Seneca Sting at your Algonquin College Wolves, as they still currently undefeated on the season. They got 15 wins for their efforts throughout 15 games. Pretty impressive record, but I mean, you know what? That's what you kind of expected with Seneca coming into today's game, right? They're undefeated. The Wolves 6-1 at home. They'll register their second home loss of the season. It's very devastating as a Wolves fan myself, but I mean, they were the underdogs heading into it, right? So what you see is what you got in tonight's game. They played a little sloppy from the backcourt, weren't quite able to set up. There were a lot of errors given. And, you know, that's what you were going to get, right? Beautiful net front presence from them, though. Nonetheless, they were able to register a ton of blocks. And, I mean, at the same time, that's what you like to see. But haven't been able to convert that defense into offense, and that's been an issue throughout tonight's game.
And that's the big key. But the big key is also communication, right? If you don't talk, you can't do anything. You can't do defense. You can't do offense. And that means you have no game plan. But, so for them, they started off pretty strong. The first set, kind of iffy. But second set, they were really strong then.